Hey, how's it going? Korean American expat here. And yes, now the weather is pretty somewhat sunny. But it's weird. It was getting warm and now it's like freezing cold again. So again, I have a hot pack, but let me get to it. And yeah, the subject is an expat marries a single mom. Now, I'm not going to tell you what nationality this guy is, but he married a single mother. Yeah, this was lots of years ago. And yeah, and of course, I didn't even know, this woman he married was a single mother. I had no clue. I didn't even care. But this guy did help me a lot, so I want to give a shout out to him. But I don't want to out him here on my video. So, but yeah, as time went on, he told me what went on, and of course, he's like, yep. And especially into right now, the time now, because he ended up, I don't know if he got divorced yet or separated, but it turns out like, yeah, this Korean lady, she was kind of damaged from the jump, and she had 2 kids. And of course, it was cool. The 2 kids, he kind of raised them. But as the years went by, oh my goodness, like he told me stuff like, yeah, the 2 guys, and they're adults now, they ended up just having anger issues. I don't know what the reason was. Just started to just like make my buddy's life miserable. Why? They just start to just lose it. And they've even done time in the military. You figure, okay, they go to military because in South Korea, Korean men have to do at least now, I think it's 18 months or 21 months. Some of you can correct me on that, because I didn't have to do Korean military because I'm American citizen. But yeah, he was telling me stories like, yeah, the guys are just losing their mind, punched out the walls, and etc., etc. I'm like, holy moly. It's like, why? And and the sad thing is, these adults, these male adults, are just not doing anything as of now. I don't know what's going on as of now, currently. But yeah, I was like, I thought they were your sons, but it turned out that these 2 guys were not biologically his, because at first I was thinking, okay, because you don't think about that in Korea. You don't have like expats really marrying into single moms here in Korea as much compared to like the Philippines, and some other countries. But in Korea, it's not really heard of. So that didn't even dawn my mind. I'm like, holy moly. And then it turns out, oh, they're Korean. I said, where's their dad? I'm like, I was like, no clue. And yeah, and plus even the wife was just crazy and abusive. And eventually, I think, as of now, he might have been separated, maybe divorced now. But he was like talking about like, yeah, I'm going for other chicks now. But I'm just like, damn, you had to go through all that? Holy moly. Now I could sit there and go, you're crazy for marrying a single mom in Korea. Why did you do it? But I'm beyond that. Okay? There's no need to do that. What's done is done. I think my But he learned his lesson. But yeah, it was just all of a sudden they grew up, not that much problems. Of course, the older kid had problems. But then when they became adults, still living at home, yeah, he's like, no way. I'm just done with this. You know? And usually I'm thinking like, yo, if you're two Korean guys raised by a foreigner, you know, that foreigner's not giving you crap like a Korean dad would, I would figure. But it's maybe because the mom's a little, you know, whatevers. And the boys, because it just, yeah. And, you know, it's common here in Korea that a lot of, you know, even if it's a two-family household with a mother and father, sometimes, yeah, for the sons, their father is not that much involved because he's always working in that company job. You know, I always ask like my students, what's going on with you? You know, how's your father? Is he spending time? And majority of the students don't say that. You know, they don't say they spend time with him. So I'm like, okay. But going back to this expat, I was like, holy moly. You're dealing with all that craziness. And you know, and you know, the guy, the expat, you know, he's a pretty cool, even keel guy. He's not all crazy and rambunctious, you know. He's just a guy that, you know, works his job, plays with his computers, and, you know, living his life. So it's like nothing crazy. But I'm like, man, you're dealing with a single mom with two kids. And of course, I bet you the kid said, you're not my dad. And I know that conversation's happened probably a bunch of times, but you know, it is what it is. And I'm just like, man, holy moly. So I hope, you know, he gets out of it. But I think as of now, he's out of it because I haven't been too intended to, you know, like hang out because, you know, but, you know, eventually I'll have to reach out. I know he's reached out to me, go, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just doing a lot of YouTube right now. But yeah, I should get out to this individual. But, you know, I'm trying to not out him out here, you know, like his name, even his nationality, even the job, because in case some people do start watching this channel, they'll know who I'm talking about if I start talking about adding more details to this little mini story. But it was just, yeah, crazy. Like the boys lost it, and you know, I don't know what's going on right now, but I think right now, yeah. And I heard they might have said they sold the apartment, which mostly, you know, not a lot of homes here in Korea. They're apartments worth up to like, you know, about $500,000 or, you know, 600,000 US or something like that. So I don't know if he sold it and then they just split the proceeds between each other. But at least I know this individual has moved to a place on his own, and yeah, he's living his life. And then, you know, and of course I don't want to give the preference of what kind of women he does like, besides, you know, marrying that single mom, because most people that if they start watching this channel, they know who I'm talking about. But just to protect the privacy, so that's why I can't elaborate on more details about this guy's life. But yeah, that was the one time that I could think of an expat married a single mom. And luckily, right now, he's got through it as of now. Maybe I'll find out more details when I ever see him again. But right now, yeah, it's a rarity. Because I'm even trying to think of all the expats married to Korean women. Was that woman a single mom? I can't even think about it, except that one time, that one time when the guy married a single mom. So I'm trying to sit here and go, let's see, did any of my guys marry a single mom in Korea? And especially just on the expat side. I don't know about the Korean, but on the expat side, I'm like, did he or did he not? And that's the only one I can think of that married a single mom. So majority of the expats that I know married a Korean woman, and they had their own kids, as I know of now, because we're in a conservative country. So yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, that's something came up in my head. I said, hey, I'll talk about it. Why not? But again, in my world, it's a rarity. Now, in other people's world, in Korea, I don't know. It might be a thing, but I think as a society, not too many expats marry single Korean moms in Korea. It's just not a thing, as I hear. So, but what is your experience? What is your experience? Now, of course, if I have a lot of Americans, we know tons of dudes married to single moms. We know tons of guys. But hey, feel free to tell me, comment, and say, yep, it's prevalent, not prevalent, it's middle. What do you say? Or even a lot of expats. Are they married to single moms? So, just curious. I just wanted to put that subject out there and just see. So, there you go. All right, so everyone, please like, comment, and yep, the Korean American expat. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.